At exactly 2:17 in the morning, Marcus's phone lit up the dark room. His father's name glowed across the screen. He was half asleep, half annoyed. He squinted at the screen, let it buzz once, twice, 3 times. He thought about answering, but it was late, and his dad had a habit of calling about small things, random things, things that could wait. Marcus sighed, turned the phone face down, and rolled over. He told himself he'd call back in the morning. 3 days later, standing in a hospital hallway that smelled like antiseptic and regret. Marcus would give anything, to hear that phone ring again. Because that call was the last time his father could speak clearly, and Marcus never answered it. Before we continue, if stories like this move you, if they make you pause, if they remind you of someone you haven't called yet, subscribe to Untold Truths TV, because some lessons are too important to scroll past. Now, let me tell you how the distance began. Marcus built his life the way he thought it was supposed to be built, brick by brick, hour by hour, promotion by promotion. By 29, he had the corner office, the glass desk, the view of downtown Atlanta stretching out like a trophy beneath him. He told himself this was success. His father never saw it that way. When Marcus was 10 years old, his father used to take him to the garage on Saturdays. The place smelled like oil and metal, like hard work. His dad would hand him a wrench too big for his hands. "Hold it steady," he'd say. Marcus hated it. He didn't want grease under his nails. He didn't want to fix engines. He wanted air conditioning, clean shirts, a life that didn't leave your back aching at 45. His father never understood that, or at least, Marcus thought he didn't. Thanksgiving, 3 years before the 2:17 a.m. call. The whole family crowded into his aunt's house. Marcus had just landed a major promotion. He expected congratulations. He got silence. His father sat at the end of the table, staring at him. "So, you're still working those crazy hours?" Marcus forced a smile. "That's how it works, Dad. That's how you move up." His father nodded slowly. "And when do you move back?" Marcus's jaw tightened. "Move back where?" "Home. You don't visit anymore." Marcus laughed, short, defensive. "I'm building something, Dad. You wouldn't get it." His father's face shifted, not angry, just hurt. "I worked every day of my life building something too." Marcus leaned back. "Yeah, a garage." Forks stopped clinking. Someone cleared their throat. That sentence hung in the air like smoke. His father looked down at his plate. "Yeah," he said quietly. "A garage." Later in the driveway, cold air, breath visible, his father stood beside Marcus's car. "You don't have to prove anything to me," he said. Marcus didn't look at him. "I'm not." "Feels like you are." Marcus checked his phone. Emails, notifications, more important things. "I've got an early flight." His father nodded. He reached out, like he wanted to hug him, but dropped his hand halfway. "Drive safe." Marcus pulled away without looking back. After that, the distance became routine. His father would text, "Hey, son, saw something that reminded me of you." Marcus would reply 6 hours later. "Busy. Talk later." Sometimes he wouldn't reply at all. Another text. "Proud of you?" Marcus read it, didn't answer. He didn't know how. He told himself this was normal. Parents don't understand. That's just how it goes. He wasn't avoiding his father. He was focused. That's what ambition looks like, right? Sacrifice, distance, tunnel vision. The night before the 2:17 a.m. call, Marcus stayed at the office past midnight. He stared at spreadsheets, closed a deal, sent the email. Victory. His phone buzzed. Dad. He let it go to voicemail. Listened to it later. Hey, just checking in. Call me when you can. Nothing urgent. He'd call this weekend. That night, he fell asleep fully dressed, exhausted, phone on the nightstand. Face up, 2:16 a.m., 2:17. His father's name lit up the room. The next morning, Marcus woke up late. Sunlight cut through the blinds. His head felt heavy. His body still tired. He reached for his phone. 3 missed calls. Same number, his aunt. That was strange. His aunt never called him directly. She usually went through his father. He sat up, called her back. 1 ring, 2, 3. Her voice wasn't normal. It was thin, unsteady. Marcus, where are you? He frowned. Work. Why? What's wrong? There was breathing on the other end. Then, it's your dad. Everything in Marcus's body went still. What about him? He had a stroke last night. The word didn't land at first. Stroke. It felt clinical, distant, like something that happens to other people. Is he okay? His aunt hesitated. That hesitation said everything. He's alive. But he kept trying to call you. Marcus's chest tightened. What? He said he didn't feel right. He was scared. He tried calling you before he collapsed. The image of 2:17 a.m. His father's name glowing in the dark. Marcus turning the phone face down. He couldn't breathe properly. I thought it wasn't urgent. His aunt's voice broke. He didn't want to call 911 yet. He said he didn't want to overreact. He said he just wanted to hear your voice first. Marcus grabbed his keys. Didn't shut his laptop. Didn't tell his boss. He just left. The highway stretched in front of him like punishment. 4 hours. 4 long hours. Every mile felt like it was accusing him. His phone sat on the passenger seat. He picked it up, opened his call history. There it was, 2:17 a.m. He replayed it in his head. What if he had answered? Would his father have gone to the hospital sooner? Would it have been less severe? Would he have felt less alone? He imagines answering. Dad? What's wrong? I don't know, son. I just feel off. Call an ambulance. I'm staying on the line. Marcus swerves slightly. Reality crashes back in. He didn't answer. Hospitals always smell the same, like antiseptic and fear. Marcus walked to the front desk. His voice didn't feel like his own. I'm here for my father. They pointed down a hallway. Long, white, unforgiving. Every step closer felt heavier. He wasn't ready. He didn't know what version of his father he was about to see. Marcus stepped into the room, and for a second, he didn't recognize him. His father looked smaller, weaker. Machines surrounding the bed, an oxygen line under his nose. One side of his face slightly slack. His father's eyes moved, found Marcus, and lit up. Marcus walked closer. His legs felt unstable. He grabbed his father's hand. It was warm, still strong, but trembling. Emotional climax build. His father tried to speak. The words wouldn't form properly. Marcus leaned in. "It's okay. I'm here." His father squeezed his hand tighter. Tears formed in the corners of his eyes. He forced the words out. Broken, slow, barely audible. "I didn't want to bother you. I know you're busy." That sentence didn't just land. It shattered something. Busy. That word again. The shield he had hidden behind for years. The excuse. The armor. The wall. Marcus shook his head. "Dad. No. You're not a bother." But the damage was already written across his father's face. He believed it. He truly believed. He was interrupting his son's important life. Marcus pressed his forehead against his father's hand, and for the first time in years, he wasn't the successful executive. He wasn't the busy man. He wasn't the one climbing. He was just a son who didn't answer the phone. Sometimes, the words that hurt the most are the ones spoken gently. "I didn't want to bother you." And in that hospital room, Marcus realized something terrifying. His father had never been trying to hold him back. He had just been trying to hold on. Marcus didn't leave that hospital room. Not that night, not the next morning. He sat in the chair beside the bed, suit wrinkled, phone untouched. For the first time in years, the world could wait. Hours passed. Nurses came in. Doctors spoke in measured tones. Medical words filled the air. Moderate damage. Speech recovery uncertain. Physical therapy. Marcus heard them, but he was replaying something else. 2:17 a.m. He kept looking at his father's hand, the same hand that held a wrench too big for his 10-year-old fingers, the same hand that stood outside in the cold driveway saying, "Drive safe," the same hand that almost hugged him, but stopped halfway. Marcus realized something uncomfortable. His father hadn't been emotionally distant. He had just loved in the only language he knew: work, presence, sacrifice. Marcus had spent years trying to outrun a life he was afraid of becoming. But in doing that, he ran straight past the man who gave him the chance to choose differently. Marcus picked up his phone, scrolled to his boss's name. His thumb hovered. For years, work had been untouchable, sacred, unquestioned. He typed, "Family emergency. I'll be out indefinitely." He hit send, and the world did not collapse. That afternoon, Marcus bought 2 coffees, out of habit. His father couldn't drink one. He stared at the extra cup for a long moment, then threw it away. And something about that small act broke him all over again. Days turned into weeks. His father struggled to form sentences. One side of his body is slower than the other. Frustration filled the room sometimes. His father hated needing help. Marcus stayed. Through every therapy session, every slow step, every repeated word. "Son." It took effort to say it, but he said it often. Marcus started noticing things he had missed before. The way his father smiled when he entered the room. The quiet pride in his eyes. The relief. He wasn't a bother. He was wanted. One evening, as the sun dipped orange through the hospital window, his father motioned for him to come closer, speech still slow, but clearer now. "You don't have to stay." Marcus shook his head. I want to. His father studied him, as if making sure. Work? Marcus exhaled, a soft, almost embarrassed laugh. It'll survive. His father squeezed his hand again, stronger this time, and something unspoken passed between them. Not forgiveness, not guilt, understanding. Weeks later, Marcus stood again in his high-rise office. The same skyline, the same glass desk. But it didn't feel the same. His phone buzzed. A meeting reminder. Quarterly targets. Future projections. He looked at his reflection in the window. For years, he thought success meant climbing higher. Now he understood something different. Success meant not losing what mattered while climbing. He walked into his boss's office. Closed the door. I need a different schedule. His boss blinked. Excuse me? Remote days, reduced travel. I'll take the pay cut if I have to. Silence. This wasn't the Marcus they knew. Relentless, always available. Why? Marcus answered simply. Because I almost missed something I can't replace. Marcus started driving home twice a month, then every weekend. Sometimes they didn't talk much. They'd sit in the garage. Not fixing engines, just sitting. Comfortable. One Saturday, his father handed him a wrench again. Same size. Still slightly too big. Marcus smiled, and this time, he held it steady. Marcus used to think his father didn't understand him. What he finally understood was that love doesn't always arrive in the form you expect. Sometimes it looks like long work hours. Sometimes it looks like quiet sacrifice. Sometimes it looks like a 2:17 a.m. phone call. And sometimes it looks like a man whispering, I didn't want to bother you. I know you're busy. Marcus never ignored another late-night call again. Not from his father. Not from anyone who mattered. Because he learned something that no promotion could teach him. Busy is a choice. Regret is a consequence. And time is the one thing you don't get to negotiate. So if someone's name just crossed your mind, don't wait. Call them. Before silence answers for you.